Australian Surf Lifesaving Championships. I made it. Yesterday I drove 1,100 kilometres from Sydney all the way up to Sunshine Coast. Yeah, super excited to be here, super excited to be at Aussies. It's what everyone trains for, what everyone wants to go well at. Hopefully my crew, the great men, go well. On my boat, Elouera's got 2 boats coming up for this. I towed one of them. Let's see, 2 boats, 6 sets of oars, 9 crews. Hopefully there's at least 1 gold medal amongst all of that. Now I'm just about to drop the boat off to the boat compound. From there, once we get our crews here, or a few people at least to carry it, we'll put it through scrutineering, which is where they check for safety, no sharp edges, etc. And also check its weight, which we've got to put it on the scales ourselves. The officials don't help with that. Here he goes. Thank you. Alrighty, now let's get this trailer in. Like a glove. I know exactly how much space a boat takes, so I nearly could fit that in. Even room to walk down either side of it. Nathan?
Hey Stevie.
How are you?
How are you? You well?
Good. Yeah, good.
So what's your brand of boat?
Perry.
How long have you been making boats for?
For myself, coming up to 25 years, I suppose. Yeah, but for another guy for 7 years prior to that. So yeah, quite a while.
Did you make any particularly for this event, for this week?
No, we're still using the hull shape we designed in 2001. So it's a bit of a jack of all trades, our boat. It sort of does everything nicely. It's good in flat, it's good in big surf, and yeah, we tried to pick something like a middle ground, so it just sort of does everything well. These days, we muck it up by a couple of kilos, it's not too bad. Typically the officials will send you off to weigh, they'd wet it and then reweigh it, and it's usually pretty good. But they're a bit more relaxed than they were 20 years ago when they were trying out to get all the builders, if you like. So I've been enjoying my oars. I've been mucking around with that, making cleaver oars. And,
oh yeah?
And they're just retrofitted croker shafts with my blade on, and that's been really fun. And that's what I'm trying to do there is alleviate the barrier to entry with the expense of those oars. So that's been good. And we've had a bit of success with them. So
I haven't never used a cleaver.
Yeah. Oh, they're beaut to row with.
I know everyone says, particularly in the flat, yeah, like it's really good.
My fellas, I'm sure you've watched my guys row a fair bit, but they don't mind it in the heavy stuff. Yeah, I do find they play up a bit on a wave. They got a bit of a mind of their own, and on a really big wave, they tend to steer the boat a little bit. But apart from that, they're pretty nice. Yeah, we really like them.
Okay, yeah, make your life harder then. That's sweet. If they're steering it for you.
Ben's a Rolex too, so that's
okay.
No good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I've got to take a big wave and then check my Rolex all the time. So.
Yeah. Frank and Marty.
How are you guys?
They've just driven from Lawn, Victoria, where we had the ASRL Open. So that's 2 hours south of Melbourne, all the way up to Sunshine Coast. They would have done it over a few days. They usually do. They stopped in at the local watering holes. I think one year they were telling me they drove from Lawn to Perth. The way home took them 2 weeks for Aussies. So, what's the scenery?
There's Jeff.
Hey.
How are you?
Good, mate. How are you?
Good.
That was Jeff Wilson, the other event coordinator on ASRL. Him and I sort of share that portfolio. He's from Perth, but he's come over to help out for the carnival. He just drove that trailer from Sydney, from our little depot there at State Surf Lifesaving New South Wales. Drove those stands up, from Sydney to here.
Have a look at the leg and arm.
There's a wave coming. Just over the top.
Hello, how you going there?
Yeah, good, thanks. After
Real.
crashes,
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Yeah,
Elouera?
Please, if possible, yeah. Is this where we come and get them?
Just checked it, they're all there.
Perfect, thank you very much.
We're starting to edit.
All right. Bunch of rashies, I'll just... Seagulls, power, brumbies, silverbacks, 3 wilcos. That would be correct, they're all here. Well, there you go. Fluorescent yellow, high vis, they can be seen in the water. It says Aussies and also says Sunshine Coast. I predicted that pretty well. Sunshine Coast, Aussies. The event, the colour, yeah. Okay, so I've just headed into the Aussies event zone. This is an area that's full of like sort of merchandise, tents. There's, you can sort of buy Aussies itself merchandise. You can buy merchandise from some of the manufacturers. You can buy board, you can get board repairs. There's a few food vendors usually, big screens to watch all the events live. It's like a bit of an entertainment hub, hence they call it the, the fun zone. Let's go in and have a look a bit closer at some of the stuff. Check out some of the merch. I do like some merch.
Some merchandise.
Get your little hacksaw and cut that edge of that splintering ply there so that it's behind the white. Okay, so it's not going to squeeze. Yeah, sure. Yep. Yes, a little hacksaw blade just along the edge there. Smooth it down to the level with that if you would, please. Yep. Much appreciated. How are these working, these things? Oh no, they're good as well. Yeah, we've had
That's not a good expression.
So with the boat, it's actually come in at 196.55. The official weight you have to have for rowing is 198. So they are slightly under. What usually happens is they have to put resin in the boat just to make it a little bit heavier to meet that weight range. But yeah, they can't actually row the boat. They had another discrepancy as well. One of the seats had a little bit of edging that needed to be cut off. That was rectified straight away. But now the problem is actually the weight in the boat. They need to be a little bit heavier.
Yeah, 500 grams.
Oh, is it 197?
197.
197. Yep, okay. 500 grams. Almost there.
I'm not too sure what we're going to do. Possibly, they were saying you could maybe row it and get a bit of water as such. Like it absorbs water. They're saying maybe if you row it, absorb some water, but we haven't got time for that. We may, I don't know, get a smidge of resin and chuck it down the battery hatch. I'm not too sure what they're going to do.
How does that make you feel?
Oh, kind of good that it's super light, but right now it's a headache because we're not going to be officially allowed to row it. So we've got to do something to increase that weight. And I don't know what the solution really is. I've never had a boat that light before. It's light because it's brand new. The boat's only like 6 weeks old. So it's been used only a few times. As the boats get older, they slowly absorb water and tend to get heavier. But this one's brand new. It's only been in the water about probably 4 or 5 times. So it's just super dry as such. Yeah. And plus it has the long drive up in the heat. When you drive them as well for a long time in the hot sun, they also dry out. All the water evaporates. So again, yeah, it's just super light or just light. At a guess, I'd say Nez is on the phone to Wilco, who's our sweep and manufacturer of these boats, probably looking for a solution to get us that extra 500 grams.
Good grief, son. Have you got the details? You've got them? Where's the trailer?
Right there.
Next year.
Thank you.
Take the boat for a row, get it wet.
Officials then advised us to pour a whole lot of water down the boat through the hatches, and it sort of absorbs. There's usually bits of salt sitting in the middle of your boat, and then everyone knows salt holds water. So we poured a whole lot of water down the boat as advised by the officials, probably a good few litres. After then drain it again, which we did, popped it back on the scales, and I'm pleased to say we were good, 198.0 kilos. So got the tick, got the sticker, we're good to row.
The boat's now down on the beach.
The boat's now been taken on the beach by the Bobcat. It's under a tent. It's all ready. We are set.
With the boat scrutinised and officially ready to race, it was time for the Elouera Wilco and Elouera Great Men to get some much needed rest ahead of their day of racing. Join us next time as we get underway for the Masters before checking out the reserves and under 19s and under 23s. Thank you for watching. See you soon.